we're about to
Let's
go
go.
into the...
My mother must be waiting on the other side of that thing.
Yes, I know. Wait, welcome back. We're in the Soul Cairn. Well, we're
Let's
about
go.
to...
My mother must be waiting on the other
Yes!
side of that thing.
You said! Alright, let's go before she says that again. Right, so we're in the Soul Cairn, looking for Serana's dad, Veronica, I think, or something like that. But this is a dangerous place. I had to be partially soul trapped to get in here.
I feel terrible for the dead who end up here for eternity. Seems awful. Like they're still suffering.
Yeah, imagine that. Funny thing is, I've probably sent people here myself. Hello, what's this?
That's the last time I argue with a Dromora.
Yeah, I think it will be the last time, mate. I don't think there'll be any Dromora here.
Leave me be.
Fair enough.
I'd heard stories about the Soul Cairn, but never thought I'd see it myself. So far, it's about what I imagined. I feel terrible for the dead who end up here for eternity.
Yeah,
Seems
me too.
awful. Like they're still suffering.
I hope that portal is going to be stable.
How could they trick me like this? I was one of Rieman's court wizards.
Oh, really?
This is no place for you.
Can't help but agree. But here we are. What is that?
Where'd you come from?
Okay.
That'll teach you.
Well, it's safe to say that they know we're here. Where is it we're actually going?
Get out while you can. You must help me find my Arvak. He doesn't deserve to be in a place like this.
Calm down. Who's Arvak?
Arvak, my horse. We came to this horrible place together. We were attacked by monsters, so I told him to run. Please, he's such a loyal creature, and he's been running for so long. You have to save him. A place like this will change you.
How can I help him?
Arvak? Arvak! Where are you? Arvak, please come back! Come back!
Okay.
So this is what it's like on the other side.
Well, one of many places, yeah. Poor guy. This is my first time in Oblivion. Not enjoying it. We're gonna try this big building over here. If I was her, I'd be there. So let's go.
Where'd you... Look at this place. I can't imagine choosing to come here.
Do you
My mother
know
must have been terrified.
what do you know about this place?
Just what my mother told me. I've also studied a little bit on my own, but there's not much. When something is trapped in a soul gem, and then the energy is used for powering an enchantment, the remnants are sent here.
Any soul gem?
Well, I think it's specifically the black ones. I don't know if the soul cairn takes just any leftovers.
Does anything leave here?
Look at this place. Do you think anything would want to live here? The only things that can survive here are the ideal masters, the undead, and the souls themselves. Well, if you want to call that living.
And are you sure your mother will have the Elder Scroll?
No, but there's no way she would have left it in Tamriel. She wanted to get it as far away from my father as possible. I can't imagine a better place.
Yeah, I can agree with that logic, but what if she doesn't?
Then we find out where she hid it. If she's still alive. Well, as alive as she was before. Or is now. Or... you know what I mean.
Why not hide it in the soul cairn and then return?
Probably to avoid whatever my father would do to her if he could get his hands on her.
Fair enough.
Or maybe her plan was to come back and she was stuck here. We won't know until we find her.
Do you think we'll meet the ideal masters?
I don't think anyone's ever met the ideal masters. I'm not even sure anyone knows what they look like. They could be underground, flying above us. They might be the ground. I have no idea.
Why are they collecting these souls?
Lots of theories. Some say they feed on them like I feed on blood. Others think they use them as payment to an even higher power. Almost like a currency. A very strange currency. Whatever they're doing with them, they've been harvesting for millennia. No telling how many souls are trapped here.
Why would a necromancer want to deal with it? Even though that's stupid.
Look around you. There are some extremely powerful undead here. Even a necromancer as seasoned as my mother would be willing to spend years trying to gain access to them.
Yeah, some of them, you mean?
Exactly. It's a false start. Most necromancers just raise up whatever bodies are nearby. A simple trick, really. Child's play. But bringing something from the soul cairn gives you something much more powerful.
How do the necromancers communicate with them then if no one's seen them?
Oh, that's usually the trick. It's possible to do it through a simple portal. But to finalize the deal, you have to travel here yourself. And most of them never come back.
Well, hopefully we will. Anyway, I'd like to give you a few
You
things.
think it'll help?
Yeah. Okay, come on then. Let's go. This must be the place, surely. There's a force field up there though. Is that your mother down here? You probably want to have a look at this.
Mother? Mother!
It can't be. Serana?
Is it really you? I can't believe it. How do we get inside? We have to talk.
Serana, what are you doing here? Where's your father?
He doesn't know we're here. I don't have time to explain.
I must have failed. Harkon's found a way to decipher the prophecy, hasn't he?
No, you've got it all wrong. We're here to stop him. To make everything right.
Wait a moment. You've brought a stranger here? Have you lost your mind?
No, you don't...
You, come forward. I would speak with you.
Okay.
So how has it come to pass that a vampire hunter is in the company of my daughter?
Well, how...
It pains me to think you'd travel with Serana under the guise of her protector in an effort to hunt me down.
Well, how do you know I'm a vampire hunter? This is no ruse. I want to keep her safe. I find your daughter quite charming.
Coming from one who murders vampires as a trade, I find it hard to believe your intentions are noble. Serana has sacrificed everything to prevent Harkon from completing the prophecy. I would have expected her to explain that to you.
That's why I'm here, for the Elder Scroll.
You think I'd have the audacity to place my own daughter in that tomb for the protection of her Elder Scroll alone? The scrolls are merely a means to an end. The key to the tyranny of the sun is Serana herself.
What do you mean?
When I fled Castle Volkihar, I fled with 2 Elder Scrolls. The scroll I presume you found with Serana speaks of Ariel and his arcane weapon, Ariel's bow. The second scroll declares that the blood of Cold Harbor's daughter will blind the eye of the dragon.
How does Serana fit in?
Like myself, Serana was a human once. We were devout followers of Lord Molig Bal. Tradition dictates the females be offered to Molig Bal on his summoning day. Few survive the ordeal. Those that do emerge as a pure-blooded vampire. We call such confluences the Daughters of Cold Harbor.
Okay. So a child, Siana, underwent this ritual willingly?
It was expected of her, just as it was expected of me. Being selected as an offering to Molig Bal is an honor. She wouldn't have dared turn her back on that.
Okay, well I'm not sure it would be an honor to meet Molig Bal, but fair enough. The tyranny of the sun requires Siana's blood then.
Now you're beginning to see why I wanted to protect Serana, and why I've kept the other Elder Scroll as far from her as possible.
And are you saying Harkon means to kill her?
If Harkon obtained Ariel's bow, and Serana's blood was used to take the weapon, the tyranny of the sun would be complete. In his eyes, she'd be dying for the good of all vampires.
Well, I'd never allow that to happen.
And how exactly do you plan on stopping him?
Well, I need your help.
Have you been listening to me? Like Serana, I'm a pure-blooded vampire. My presence on Tamriel is as much of a danger as hers.
Well, let's ask Siana's opinion on this then.
You care nothing for Serana, or our plight. Whether or not you've become one of us in order to survive the Soul Cairn, you're still a vampire hunter at heart. You're here because we're abominations in your mind. Evil creatures that need to be destroyed.
Well, Siana believes in me. Why won't you?
Serana? This stranger aligns himself with those that would hunt you down and slay you like an animal.
How do you
Yet
know
I
this?
should entrust you to him.
This stranger has done more for me in the brief time I've known him than you've done in centuries.
How dare you? I gave up everything I cared about to protect you from that fanatic you call a father.
Yes, he's a fanatic. He's changed. But he's still my father. Why can't you understand how that makes me feel?
Oh, Serana, if you'd only open your eyes. The moment your father discovers your role in the prophecy, that he needs your blood, you'll be in terrible danger.
So to protect me, you decided to shut me away from everything I cared about. You never asked me if hiding me in that tomb was the best course of action. You just expected me to follow you blindly. Both of you were obsessed with your own paths. Your motivations might have been different, but in the end, I'm still just a pawn to you two. I want us to be a family again. But I don't know if we can ever have that. Maybe we don't deserve that kind of happiness. Maybe it isn't for us. But we have to stop him, before he goes too far. And to do that, we need the Elder Scroll.
I'm sorry, Serana. I didn't know. I didn't see. I've allowed my hatred of your father to estrange us for too long. Forgive me. If you want the Elder Scroll, it's yours. Your intentions are still somewhat unclear to me, but for Serana's sake, I'll assist you in any way that I can.
Well, thank you. Do you have the Elder Scroll with you?
Yes. I've kept it safely secured here ever since I was imprisoned. Fortunately, you're in a position to breach the barrier that surrounds these ruins.
What do you need me to do?
You need to locate the tallest of the rocky spires that surround these ruins. At their bases, the barrier's energy is being drawn from unfortunate souls that have been exiled here. Destroy the keepers that are tending them, and it should bring the barrier down.
Okay. Well, we'll return soon then.
One more word of warning. There's a dragon that calls itself Durnavir roaming the Cairn. Be wary of him.
Yeah, okay.
The Ideal Masters have charged him with overseeing the Keepers, and will undoubtedly intervene if you're perceived as a threat.
Now, how did you become imprisoned here?
When I entered the Soul Cairn, I had intended to strike a bargain with the Ideal Masters, the custodians of this place.
What was the bargain?
I requested refuge in the Soul Cairn, and in exchange, I would provide the Ideal Masters the souls that they craved. If I had foreseen the value they placed on my own soul, I would never have come here.
So they tricked you.
The Ideal Masters unleashed their keepers and sent them to destroy me. Fortunately, I was able to hold them at bay and retreat into these ruins.
But you become trapped.
Unfortunately, yes. Since the keepers weren't able to claim my soul, they had their minions construct a barrier that I'd never be able to breach.
You've been imprisoned here all this time.
Time has very little meaning to me. Consequently, it has little meaning to the Ideal Masters as well. I suppose you could call this the ultimate waiting game. Each watching the other to see which will give in.
Who are the Ideal Masters?
I know very little about them. They're mystic entities that lord over the soul Cairn, controlling every aspect from its fabric to its appearance.
What do they resemble?
Well, some necromancers believe they are the crystalline structures dotting the soul Cairn. I believe there's more to it than that.
How so?
I think they transcend what we perceive as a physical form. Perhaps they were once corporeal beings, but they've obviously reached a point where they no longer require a tangible presence.
And the crystals?
Conduits, through which the Ideal Masters speak to their underlings and feed on their victims.
Why would they require substance?
The Ideal Masters' weakness is their insatiable hunger for pure souls. It's the reason for the Soul Cairn's existence, and the only leverage a necromancer has when bargaining with them.
What do the Masters provide in return?
The ability to summon powerful undead guardians, as one would conjure an Atronak or Daedra. However, the majority of necromancers that are foolish enough to enter into a bargain with the Ideal Masters wind up here, as harvested souls.
Okay. Alright then, well...
Be careful, and keep my daughter safe.
Yeah, sure.
Let's kill those keeper things and get back to the prison.
Okay. Yeah, no. It's pretty safe. Alright then, let's see what these keepers are all about. So the tallest spire. It's a pretty tall one over here. Oh, I don't like this place.
Where'd you come from? Leave me be.
free, I can feel it. He's such a loyal beast. Here, I'll teach you how to call him to you. He'll help you get around this wretched place. But I'm sure he'd be much happier someplace sunnier. Goodbye, hero. Take good care of Armak for me. Such a good horse.
Where'd you come from?
Oh my god, we've got some more baddies. I really don't see him.
Where'd you come Where'd you come from? I knew I heard something.
Oh, blimey. So I'm assuming that is a keeper. Oh my god, oh my god. I'm sure he does as well. Arrow to the knee. Oh my god, he's got me there. Wow. You okay? Is this the way down? I wonder if that's the next place then.
Where'd you come from? That'll teach you.
Okay, he doesn't look too bad. Something? I can't tell. No. I think it is. Okay. I think I see him. I'll make the first move, okay? Oh crap, I think he's seen me.
Stay back.
Let's not take him on in a sword fight. Let's just... Oh my god, oh my god! Oh, blimey. You okay? Oh my god, because that's not creepy, right? Okay, I think I'm going to call it here for this episode. Oh, we'll have a look, see what's in this chest. Yeah, I think I'm going to call it here for this episode, and then we'll get the last keeper and get the Elder Scroll for the next episode. Okay, see you next time.